have been many campaign planes. We've only been flying on it since Labor Day. But this really, and I'm going to walk because otherwise I'm going to get left here on the talk back. But, I think they really want one last shot to talk to voters, especially in places where there's nowhere to vote. So that's the states we're going to: Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina. Maybe they have a better idea. But there are places where they don't have a sense of what vote is in and how well their machine has or hasn't been working. These are all states that vote on election day. So I think you can expect them to really try to focus on their closing message and get that very last ditch effort to talk to as many people as possible. I don't think they have any interest in talking about emails.
Let's talk about the political implications of all of this. Donald Trump yesterday slamming Director Comey again, effectively saying you just can't review hundreds of thousands of emails in a matter of days. He's going back to this argument that we have heard from him that the system is effectively rigged. Do you think this is going to be an effective strategy? What is his campaign telling you?
Well, it definitely sticks with the strategy that he's had for the last several weeks. Trump making it clear that just simply wouldn't be possible. One of his top aides says it's impossible to go through 650,000 emails in the course of 8 or 9 days. Worth noting that not all of those emails, of course, were related to Hillary Clinton or her private server. Some of them, of course, were personal emails to Huma Abedin and her estranged husband, the disgraced former congressman. Donald Trump is hitting on this fact. His campaign manager, Kellyanne Conway, this morning telling us that the fact that there are still open questions about this investigation. The point Trump was making, the way he was trying to capitalize, he said, these are last $3 that we intended is. He said, Hillary Clinton knows she's guilty, the FBI knows she's guilty, and it's up to you, the American voters,
I agree. The election is so if no one has to vote for me yet, please put a vote for Hillary Clinton.
Excuse me for bringing up the
Yes.
By the way, I said the Cowboys are tied for, are second overall behind the Patriots, only by a couple points, by the way, point differential. Raiders are tied for 10th. It's not like the Raiders are third or fourth. They are where the Cowboys are now where the Raiders would like to be. But the Raiders ain't there yet. And you say Derek Carr's been around for a while. Dak is just getting started. Dak has to show me he will, but that's true. But he's doing it now. And
look, I just actually kind of what the word
when they drafted him,
going to
and
be
he
about you.
thought it might be Romo, at least for a little while. The idea was going to be ball control, clock management, clock control. That was the whole idea. They were going to run the ball behind that line.
What do y'all think? Raiders, Cowboys. Oh, that's kind of even. I think they're even with it.
I'm starting to suspect they're just taking the team they like more.
Well, excuse me, it certainly ain't the Raiders. Everybody knows that there's you had a guy in the audience waving a Cowboys flag when everybody else was chanting USA. He's chanting Cowboys.
Can we give the Cowboys props though? None of us without Romo thought they would be 7-1 halfway through the season.
I give a lot of credit, in all fairness, I give a lot of credit to Jason Garrett is doing a good job. You look at the offensive line, you look at Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. As far as I'm concerned, you guys are worthy. At least Ezekiel Elliott definitely are worthy MVP candidate. Nobody's trying to prove that, but in the end, it doesn't go with what I religiously have stated about the Cowboys, and I still stand by it. I never assumed that their season was going to go. What I always say about them is they're an accident waiting to happen. What can go wrong will go wrong at the most inopportune time for themselves, a great opportune time for me. You understand? So as far as I'm concerned, as long as Dallas Cowboys fans plummet and crash, okay, I'm all good. I don't care whether it's down like January. Okay.
While we're waiting for the accident, the rest of the NFL is on the side of the road roadkill. I mean, hopefully the accident happens soon. I can't take it today.
There's going to be teams in the playoffs that move down. It doesn't matter. They got to go up against somebody.
There we go. So from 2003, right after the Super Bowl appearance in 2016, the Raiders had the worst record in the NFL. The tide pass turns to the Raiders. They are just winning, baby. We want to hear from you guys at home, though. What do you think? Who's better right now, America's team or the Silver and Black? Come on, Twitter. We'll share those a little later in the show. Meanwhile, a big NFC East clash and East Rutherford, and I like the way that one has reported Max Kellerman. Eli Manning for 4 touchdowns. The New York defense had 2 interceptions and 3 stops on 4th down to beat Philadelphia 28-20.
dialing up the wrong plays or rather
Forget you guys saw that.
strategy to begin with, you can't go for it on fourth down, is nonsense. Just think about when your team is playing defense and the other team chooses to go for it. You're like, damn. Or when they choose to punt, you're like, oh, thank God. Because we all know that to pick up a yard or two on a given down, most teams are going to do that most of the time. And so these head coaches who listen, it comes from that military roots, the NFL, football. These head coaches were asking their players to do a lot of great things. Oftentimes, coach like cowards. I don't know how to say it. They are so afraid of the negative outcome both on the field and in the press that they will give up 25% of their offensive possessions just to not be second guessed. That's insanity. Why is it good Giants? Because Peterson was right to go for the field goal. Excuse me, not go for the field goal. Go for it deep in Giants territory. Both times on fourth down. The fact is the Giants had to make plays. Excellent plays to stop them. And for those who say, well, in each case, remember, it's an 11-point game. You kick the field goal. Now it's a one-possession game. That's not it's a one-possession game. Except if you score the touchdown, you still need a point conversion. Where's that from? 2 yards out. So it's the same thing. You're just delaying what you're going to have to do anyway to tie the game. You're still going to have to punch it. You're still going to have to essentially pick up that first down. Because in both cases, it was 2 yards or fewer. So the idea that Peterson blows it by going for it, by being aggressive, by not being scared, by being smart, is nonsense. The Giants' defense made plays when they had to. That's why they won the game. Good Giants.
As usual, Max Kellerman, I have a difficult time comprehending what the hell you just said. What I will say to you is this. It was definitely bad news. It wasn't good Giants. The Giants had a 14-point lead.
Oh, yeah.
We
I
understand.
made a YouTube video in a long time, but I did get a silver pack. I think last week, I think. Yeah, last week. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, you guys like the game?
And then I get that. But
School well today. I don't have school because this is teacher conference.
Started out 3-0, lost 4 of their last 5. 3 of those losses, they were down 4. They were down 14-0. They were down 14-0 Washington. They were down 14-0.
Tomorrow I don't have school. I did go in. I had, let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. I got 4 days off of school.
But at the same time, you can't put yourself in those kind of holes. I respect the fact that the Lions decided to be a little brave and go
I
for
feel like you
instead of pumping it out and not going for it like he did in previous games. But at the same time, how in God's name are you going to have Carson Wentz? Finally got decided to want to get tight end to Zach Ertz, got 97 yards. Still got Jordan Matthews on the football field. Still got Darren Sproles on the football field. And somehow, some way, come up with the brilliant idea of trying to call us.
Anyway, I'm going to end the video.
On fourth and one play. What the hell is wrong with that man? That makes no sense whatsoever. You don't sit up there and have this kid who's young but still a stud, who still plays well as the game progresses.
So, yeah.
You don't put him in a situation.
Make sure you put your votes in. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And yeah.
Overall pick. And ballyhooed and possibly the best quarterback in the game before Dak Prescott came on strong. I don't recall that, raving about him because of his ability to run.
Okay, so before I say bye again, you get 5 people, so whatever.
We can win
Bye.
Michigan. James talks about